Good morning, student. Today we start chapter 5, states of matter. As we know that there are three states of matter, namely solid, liquid and gases. The force of attraction existing among the molecule of a substance. I repeat, the force of attraction existing among the molecule of a substance is said to be intermolecular forces. More the intermolecular forces means more the particles are firmly attached with each other, hence higher will be their melting and boiling point. The intermolecular forces arises due to any one of the following interaction. Now let us discuss some interaction. The first one is the dipole interaction. Generally dipole word is used for polar molecule. Dipole word is used for polar molecules, example HCl, H2O, etc. Dipole interaction. The force of interaction exists between two polar molecules, or you can say that the force of attraction among two polar molecules is said to be dipole interaction. Suppose we have HCl, two molecule of HCl in which hydrogen bears partially positive charge and chlorine bears partially negative charge, and the force of attraction among these two dipoles, the force of interaction among these two dipoles is said to be dipole interaction. So what we conclude from it, in dipole interaction, the force of attraction among two polar molecules. Now let us discuss ion dipole interaction. Ion dipole interaction. The force of attraction among the ion and the polar molecule. I repeat, the force of attraction among the ion and the polar molecule is said to be ion dipole interaction. For example, when we dissolve NaCl in water, both Na positive and Cl negative ions are attracted by polar water molecule. So it is the best example of ion dipole interaction. Now let us consider the third one, ion induced dipole interaction. In ion induced dipole interaction, student, a non-polar molecule may get polarized by bringing it near ion, and the force of interaction between them is referred to ion induced dipole interaction. I repeat it again, a non-polar molecule may get polarized by bringing it near ion. The force of interaction between them is referred to ion induced dipole interaction. Suppose when we bring NO3 single negative ion near to the non-polar iodine molecule, the iodine atom nearer to the NO3 single negative ion bears partially positive charge and another one bears partially negative charge, and the force of interaction between them is said to be ion induced dipole interaction. Now let us discuss dipole induced dipole interaction. The fourth type of interaction is dipole induced dipole interaction. In dipole induced dipole interaction, it should be noted, a non-polar molecule may get polarized by bringing it near polar molecule, and the interaction between them is said to be dipole induced dipole interaction. Suppose we have a non-polar molecule, suppose we have a polar molecule AB in which A bears partially negative charge and B bears partially positive charge. It brings near to the noble gas. I repeat again, suppose AB is the polar molecule which bring near the noble gas. तो noble gas get polarized by the presence of polar molecule and the force of interaction between them is said to be dipole-induced dipole interaction, and the force of interaction between them is said to be dipole-induced dipole interaction. And the fifth type of it is London forces or dispersion forces. The force of interaction among two polar molecules, I repeat again, the force of interaction among two non-polar molecules is said to be London forces or dispersion forces. For example, in H2, in O2, London forces or dispersion forces will be there. Now let us review once again. Intermolecular forces are the force of attraction existing among the molecule of a substance. More the intermolecular forces, more will be the melting or boiling point of a substances. The intermolecular forces arises due to one of the following interaction. The first one is a dipole-dipole interaction. The force of attraction among two polar molecules is said to be dipole-dipole interaction. Best example is NaCl. Second one is ion dipole interaction. The force of interaction between the polar molecule and the ion is said to be ion dipole interaction. For example, when NaCl added in water, both Na positive and Cl negative ions are attracted by polar water molecule. The third type is ion induced dipole interaction. In ion induced dipole interaction, non-polar molecule may get polarized by bringing it near ion, and the force of interaction between them is said to be ion induced dipole interaction. Here NO3 single negative is an ion, while the iodine is non-polar molecule. When we bring iodine molecule near to the nitrate ion, it may acquire some charges that make it may get polarized, and the force of interaction between the ion and then this dipole is said to be ion induced dipole interaction. The fourth type is dipole induced dipole interaction. Students, non-polar molecule may get polarized by bringing it near polar molecule. The best example is noble gas can be polarized by bringing it near polar molecule, and the force of interaction between them is said to be ion induced dipole interaction. The fifth type is the London forces or dispersion forces. Student, the force of attraction among the two polar molecules which arises due to motion of electron is said to be London forces. For example, this type of force exists in hydrogen, oxygen, etc. Students, solids, as we know that solids on heating converted into liquid on further heating converted into gaseous state. Similarly, gases on cooling converted into liquid state, and liquid on cooling converted into solid state. That means the interchangeable of state may be possible by change of its temperature. It should be noted as we move from solid to gases, as we increase thermal energy, intermolecular forces decreases. Student, thermal energy increases. As the thermal energy increases, intermolecular forces decreases. Thank you very much.